time has come. I guess I can do it right here. Why not? I'm sitting down. I don't have to move the chair. What I'm going to attempt is to fix the phone. I think I can do everything right from here. I don't think I'm going to have to get up for anything. What I do have to do, however, is to, hold on a minute. This is one that I took out of an older computer that somebody had given me many years ago. And, well, I'm going to say 10 years, 11 years, somewhere around that area. Even give you a little tool to get the cover off with, which is nice. If you can find a spot to get started. They don't really give you a spot. You think they put just a little bit of a indent there. Let me turn this off. As soon as I find the on off button. Power off. Off. Okay. So this is not going to let me in there. And it's something smaller to get started with. Something a little sharper. Sharper. Once I get in there, it'll work, because how they keep this closed is they have a little bead of like a silicone in there. Come on, I just had it. Right. And I let it go. There it is. Okay, so now I gotta take this off. So let's see if these, oh shit, okay. I may have to go over there, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see this or not. Over there I got the magnifying glass. Okay, that's a hex. That's a hex. Hex. Philip. Now I don't want to put them over here so I don't lose them by them rolling off the paper and onto the floor, and onto the floor. The microphone, the actual microphone, not the speaker mic, but the microphone itself, is connected to the same board as the charger, the USB port. So apparently by having that dust in there when I blew it out, something happened. Because it was working, but it wouldn't work all the time. Unless I went to speakerphone, then it would always work. So that indicates to me that the speaker in here is probably bad. So I'm thinking now, I don't remember. I should look at it. It's in here. Now, considering what all this cost, I can't complain too much about the cost of the, or about the quality of the tools. Here we are. Now let's see what I have. I'm probably going to have to get a better screwdriver. I'm sit there fucking with that. Get it out of there. Okay. Now what do we have here? We have the charging port. This little piece right here is the microphone, and it's connected to the edge of this charging port, which goes over to here, which plugs in over here. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to get a better screwdriver. Let's get rid of that. That's just gonna cause me headaches. Have to go only too far. I think this one will be okay. Now that one's smaller, so I'm going to keep that in a different pile. Now there should be, right there, there's the mic. I'll just this out. Okay. I don't know if you can see the mic or not. Do you see that little hole? That's the microphone. That little hole right there is where it is. Here's the battery. Back up. Alright, now, will this come off without taking that other one out of there? See, it's tucked down under another board. Let me get a flat head. Actually, yeah, flat head. Is this a flat head? Nope. That's a spin head. That's a flat head. It's an awfully big one. And let's get these little pliers. And mind you, I'm trying to fix this when I can't see anything. Okay, so let's see if I can get underneath this. I gotta get it back a little bit. See, that screw really isn't holding anything. Doesn't look like it is anyway. No, just it's tucked in behind it. That's the problem. This for a minute. Okay. The only thing holding that in there is itself. What do? I turn the phone on? Oh, stop it. Last night I wasn't getting, well actually for the last few days, I wasn't getting any alerts from messages. None. I was trying to figure out why am I not getting any alerts, you know, text alerts or nothing. So I went from getting nothing to getting all kinds of stuff. Okay, so I have the board out. Now I just got to get this piece out right here. The microphone is out. The board for the microphone and the plug for the microphone. I just got to get that out. Hold on, because I got to get something to drink. Let me turn you guys off for a second. Alright, took a little longer. The wife had a hose in back trying to water a plant, and I'm trying to tell her, don't water the plant, water the root system, because if you get the leaves wet, there's a good possibility that you'll burn them. And she's going, now tell it to the hand basically. She doesn't want to hear it. So I got the hose, and I hosed her down. Well, then she took the hose out of the back, and she hosed me down. Well, at least we're both cool. Now, how can I get that out of there? What is holding that in there? You know what, I'm going to take that one screw out just to see. This screw really isn't doing anything as far as holding it down. However, it may be blocking it from sliding out. You know what I mean? Alright, it's only 3 more screws. What the hell? Right. Wasn't holding it down, but it was blocking it from pulling out. Okay. Okay. Okay, senor. Oh, senor. Oh, senor. Senorita. Oh, senorita. Okay. Okay. Now, let's take this little puppy here. Whoop, turn this way. This is the way I'm working with it here. Gotta keep the screwdrivers away from those screws. Screwdrivers are magnetic. Alright, so now this is the charging port. So this has to go back underneath. You first have to start by sliding it in and then back and under. A little bit of a trick. Now that that screw's out of the way, everything seems to be working a little smoother. But still not perfect. It's like a little jigsaw puzzle because it's got to be pushed in but over at the same time. And that's the problem. Oh. So close, but yet so far. I was there, but not quite. And the other thing is, you got to take it easy because of this damn microphone. It's really delicate. There is a little contact here, by the way. Bingo. There. See if I can show you here. There's a little contact right there. There's two here, but there's that one right there. The little copper one. Well, on the upper board, underneath, it has a piece of spring-loaded or metal with tension on it as a contact. So this has to slide under that to make contact to that. So you're trying to slide it under, push it in, and get it by at the same time. So it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. Well, especially, you know, with me, and I'm not going to keep blaming it on my eyes, but I mean, this is the first time I did something like this, this small, in a long time, and with bad eyes. I know, I wasn't going to blame it on my eyes. Okay. Now, if everything is right, everything should be in place. So I should be able to start putting this back together. So let's see here. Let's take one of these screws. These screws are different from the other ones. And that other screw that was in the board that I said was kind of stopping it from coming out because it was going down and the board was behind it, so it wouldn't let it by. Well, that screw is also putting tension on the top board, pushing it against that contact on the bottom board. Pretty ingenious the way they put these things together. They have things do double duty. And the only thing that I'm not crazy about yet is the way that microphone is sitting there. Oh, that doesn't go there. That goes here. Let me take you out of there. Why don't you go there? Huh. I don't remember now. Well, I know you go here. I think I took a picture of this when I was working on it last time. I keep forgetting to do that. You know, well, years ago we never had that option. And I can't use the phone to take the picture, seeing that I got it all pulled apart, so. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. This is the one I'm not sure about, right there. Now, I'm not missing another screw. Was it that screw or the other screw? That's the one that's right. I think it's the other one. I don't think this one goes there. That's where I think it goes. Hold on a minute. I don't remember if I did a video on it last time or not. Hold on. I'm back. Sorry guys, I got tied up. Well, not physically tied up, but then again, depends on who's tying me up. Or tying me down. Whoa. What was I doing? I got sidetracked. That's what I was doing. I wanted to see something on the phone, and I did. I just haven't had a chance to do what I wanted to do. But as I was doing that, I decided to print a copy of that engine compartment fuse box that I have to trace, and this tells me where they all are. So that's basically what I was doing in the interim of doing all this other stuff. Now, while I'm at it, let's go here for a minute, because I don't know where the hell they went. That's the van, not what I want. Where did it save it? Let's change this to view and details, and let's go date. Oh. Is this going to let me in? Now, what I need to do is yeah. I'm really not going to worry about it. Hold on a minute, guys. Is there a, I don't remember if I have a zoom on this particular one. This one just opens up. It's something in Windows. But, oh no, wait a minute. This is the VLC. This one I thought had a tools, an enlargement. Zoom. Let's go 2 times. Now, hold on, right? Come on. Stop with the bullshit. Hold on, guys. I'm taking the phone apart. I'm trying to see if that lets me see what I'm trying to see. No, it's not. Alright. Alright, the more I think about it, I think it's fine the way I have it. I really do. So, this is pushed down and plugged in. That's pushed down and plugged in. Whoop. Let's push it down and plug it in. There we go. That time I felt it. And this, everything is copacetic here. Everything looks pretty copacetic. Copacetic. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear the click. I want to hear a crunch. I want to hear a click. Come on. Jeez, I was on a roll before. What the hell did I do now? Are these not magnetic? Yeah, they are. So, well, they're not as magnetic. I think, if I remember right, the last time I did this, I used a pair of tweezers. Ah, wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Now I think I know. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute here, guys. Wait a minute here, guys. This one goes here. There. Oh, really good. This little mark right here is the same size as the screw, and it looks like the shadow of the screw, so I had to get rid of that mark. Alright, now let's put this board back in, because this board goes in like so. That's where it belongs, am I correct? It is. That's where it belongs. That's where that belongs. So everything is where it belongs. Just for some reason, that doesn't see it. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Okay. Let me get the tweezers. I know I have it before. And they're working. Get the real little ones. All right. Little ones. Now. No, 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 no. This one and this one. Okay. So now this one goes here. Aha. There were two screws underneath this plate that I just put down. There was two spots for a screw, one here and one there underneath on the other board. And I was trying to figure out, was I missing a screw, or where did I have that screw? Where was it? And I couldn't figure it out, so I just stuck it in there. But when I went to put this on, I realized that that screw underneath went here. I had it there. Well, this one needs that screw hole underneath to hold this in. So as soon as I move that out, this fit in perfectly. So now I'll remember that. Now what do I do with my little file? My little needle nose. See, these work great, but you still have to be able to see what the hell you're doing. I don't know if I have to do any resets or not. Now I do have all this backed up, to a point that is. I think the last time I backed it up was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I may want to back it up one more time before I reset. If in fact I have to reset, I don't know. A friend of mine went to AT&T a couple of weeks ago. That's what reminded me of it when I said a couple of weeks ago. And he was buying another phone. And as we were getting there, I said to him, if you're going to buy another phone, did you back it up? Oh, no. They said that they can do it here. I go, yeah, they can. I says, if you trust them. You know, it's hard because sometimes we grow up with that. But depending, you know, like, sometimes you're just in an environment where you can't trust anybody. And then what happens is you start to live that way. It makes it tough at times. However, personally, I wouldn't let them do it. But anyway, and there's a reason why. So he goes in there and he buys the Motorola. He had a Samsung. Not a Note, but just a Samsung. And for some reason, he wanted to upgrade. And they told him, well, if they take the Samsung as an upgrade, you know, they'll be able to give him $500 off or something like that, you know. So anyway, he says to him, well, I was told that you can transfer the data. Oh yeah, not a problem. It takes a few minutes. By the time we're done with the paperwork, it'll be done. So I'm there, and we're just bullshitting while this guy's running around back and forth and so on. And I'm looking at a few things, and he was asking me about the Wi-Fi that I have in the van. And I was showing it to him, whatever. Make a long story short, they're done. Now, they have his old phone. Even with the tweezers, this is hard. Sometimes I just can't see where the hell I'm at. There. This was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Last Tuesday? No, this past Thursday. I'm talking to him on his phone, and he's telling me how he likes it. It's working. It sounds good. I go, yeah, cool. There's nothing wrong with Motorola, you know. It all depends on what you're used to. Yeah. If you buy something from AT&T, they're all going to work the same. So they have the same setup or software, whatever it is. So they're all going to work the same. But he says the only problem is, he says the last couple of days I've been getting a lot of calls on my other phone, his home phone, and he says he's gotten calls from friends of his, and they've been complaining that they're getting a lot of telemarketing calls. And they were just checking among one another, you know. Hey, Frank, are you getting all these calls? All of a sudden I'm getting all these calls, you know. Well, apparently, what everybody finally decided was that one of the salesmen up here at AT&T took all the information off the phone, including photographs and things like that. And apparently he was either selling them to marketers or who knows. And on top of all that, they send the phone back to have it refurbished, or wherever it is that they send it to. Now I gotta make sure that when this plugs in, see there's also a little connector here. Can you see that? That's a plug that connects to the camera. So if you don't get this right on the money when you put it down in there, your camera's not going to work. Okay. So somebody, either the sales rep at AT&T took all the numbers and the pictures and everything off the phone, or well, they're assuming pictures because he left everything on the phone. You know, and or whoever they put the phone, or whoever they gave the phone to, meaning a refurbished company or the company itself or whatever, or who knows at this point. All they know is that a lot of the connections on that phone that he knew were getting tons of telemarketing calls on both their cell phones or whatever other phone he happened to have had. They hooked up. You know, like on here, I got their number and their home number and their email address. That's why I don't usually download things, especially if they say that they need access to that stuff. It's not going to happen. I won't do the app if I have to give up that information. Now, if it was just a phone that I didn't save anything in, I didn't do anything with it other than just save things in it, well then at that point, there's nothing in there for them to take. I wouldn't care. Have at it. Be happy. Because you're not going to get anything. But, other than that, that's where we're at. I'm looking for something to clean the screen with. Hold on a minute. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I just called my wife, and she said, it sounds good. It's working fine. And, let me see now. No, I don't want to do that. Get off there. And it charges. Because I told you, the earpiece and the charging port are all kind of one. So, and for $10, you get it all, plus this little toolkit. Now, if you didn't have anything, this would work for you. However, getting the back off is still a pain in the ass with this. This would be good once you're able to get it in there. Be careful. Use something like a like a razor knife or something like that to get it started. Get this in there, and then you can work this around. But for the most part, getting the back off was the biggest pain in the ass. And there's the parts. Now this all came as one, and it wasn't that hard to put in there. The better your eyesight, naturally, the better it works. But everything works just fine. Now I am missing. There it is, a screwdriver. Okay, so this one goes out there. This and this go here. Hold on a minute. Let me get rid of you for a minute. Alright. Now it took a little longer than I wanted it to. However, you know how I get. I started looking for a little thing on the phone for that screw, and I ended up getting sidetracked and printing out pieces for the van. You know, so that kind of slowed me down a bit. But other than that, I would say if it was going to take me 10 minutes total, that would have been about right. But for the most part, like I said, if you have the right tools, which luckily I did, you want a very tiny Phillips and a small flat blade. But the Phillips has to be not so much pointy, but sharp. Alright, now, we have this. We do. What do I do at the top for it? What do I do at the top of this, you know? Oh, I found it. Alright, so I have an extra bin. Oh, goody. I got 2 extra bins. Oh, boy. What's this for? That's for the headset. That's what that's for. Oh, yeah, it says it right on it. Hello, Buzz. Wake up. And this one is whatever. We'll leave those there for now. Alright. Now. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this, so I'm going to turn you guys off, and I'm going to turn this on and walk around with it for a few minutes.